Next season now, the season of harvest.
Originate the breaks from state to state. A fat catalog on deck. Can you carry the weight? Carry my crates and dig through the records of greats. You think your internet rap stars could ever relate? I'm scraping the plate. Can't you tell? Hungry as hell. So many tunes and vibes to keep alive and well. On the balcony, looking down to stop and aim. Cause I compose flows and arrange, changing brains. Then we take beats, break beats down to the sound. Take a hit of this good pass it around. This a gathering of unity for black and the brown. White, red, yellow, making green, holding it down.
Grab a seat, introduction complete. Rebels to the grain, bring heat, 100 degrees. Got the sound to keep the party people off of their feet. It's harvest season, meaning that the album's complete. After dropping something in the seas, a debut album with producers overseas. The world's introduction to Chetty and MP. The heads show love, we continue to MC. Write a few rhymes and move to the next beat. Spend a few weeks out in Ipanema Beach. And so we keep it smooth and cool as the night breeze. We keep doing work like Kobe and Spike Lee. Keep wrecking mics with the illest of techniques. Went up the side of Ciclo, chillin' in SD. Took some time off and now moving in jet speed. The harvest season's here, so we planting the next seed.
Yo, it's a night at the opera, I'm bringing it proper. Got the herbal medication from a neighborhood farmer. Verbal education for the average drama. The symphony plays on, catching a fire. A night at the opera, I'm bringing it proper. Got the herbal medication from a neighborhood farmer. Verbal education for the average drama. The symphony plays on, catching a fire.
You're tuned in to www.oghuskyradio.com, broadcasting live from the east side of Los Angeles worldwide. Yes, broadcasting live from the east side of Los Angeles. These are in-studio interviews. Artists come to the east side to get interviewed. Go figure.
Yep.
Hollywood on the other side, West LA on the other side. But we got cats coming to east on the east, homie, just to come for interviews, and we appreciate it. But this is family, so y'all might get like real personal and real bad questions. So if you're listening right now, y'all know this. We ain't biting our tongues. We're so when we know the homies, you know. So
no doubt about that.
So let's get all the good stuff out on the side, man. What was the name of that track?
That was Harvest Season, and that's actually off the new album called Harvest Season. So that's the self-titled track right there. It's harvest season, yo.
With that, give them breakbeatsradio.com, right? That's how they can follow you guys. We'll get into that. Why isn't it Rebels to the Grain? But
man.
But we're going to get into that in a little bit more. I want to get more into harvest season is available only online right now and no physical copies as of yet, or is there somewhere we don't know about? Or
Nope, no physical copies of yet, unless you OGs in the game like y'all, or like some burnt copies to the homies or to the to the radio folks so far. But we actually were put in an order. It went bad, so we're gonna rethink it. We have it digitally available.
Okay, to rethink it, are you guys like, what would you switch up? Maybe packaging tracks, or what would be the rethinking process? What are you guys looking at?
I think maybe adding some bonus cuts on there, maybe putting the DVD for some videos.
Oh, shit.
Something a little more exciting than just a jewel case with a CD.
Yeah, a couple more tracks. But yeah, I think it's nice to test the waters digitally. It's been ready. We don't want to just sit on it any longer. And of course, things are changing to more and more digital. And hopefully we could raise some of the money to get these CDs. And you know what I mean? We're thinking about the investment now, thinking about family and bills, so we gotta try to get that money.
And with that, why would you even consider vinyl then? You guys are telling me off there you guys might even press up some vinyl. Man, nobody collects vinyl no more, dog. It's just dead.
I think some people do.
yeah. Like, where the fuck you
There's
been?
still money in it as
Yeah.
far as really collectors, but it's also could be a collector's item. So the idea of that would be like, okay, hopefully this album blows up and there's like 100 pieces of vinyl or something. But even beyond that too, it's kind of like a homage to vinyl collectors or hip hop
You know, man,
heads.
just walking in here and just checking this piece as soon as we walk in and seeing all the crates of records back there,
That
you know,
y'all
kind of
got.
makes it official.
Yeah, I hope they
I thought
caught the
no one
joke. You know what I'm
wants vinyl
saying?
anymore.
I hope they caught that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, definitely keep vinyl alive. And the reason we say that, look up the word tangible. If you don't know what tangible means, when they send out the virus, wipes out all your MP3s. You know what I'm saying? We have this room here, bomb sheltered, and hip hop's gonna be dead. And then we have what's tangible, physical records, CDs. We're gonna be able to still play them. So
Nah, no doubt about that, man.
for you people into conspiracy theories and shit.
The world's ending.
What's the grain, man? I want to know what are you guys rebelling against? You're fortunate to live in under Obama's reign. I mean, he's the greatest person that ever lived. If you listen to any radio, daytime radio, any talk show, he's the greatest man that ever walked the earth. And you hear you're rebelling. What's the grain, man? I mean,
I don't know, man. I thought the name was just cool. Rebels to the Grain.
Yeah.
And,
that's some bullshit. Come on.
Well, I mean, I think, to be honest with you, it almost sets like a tone for the kind of music that we like to get into. Of course, Rebels to the Grain, No Way to Barricade Me, You God from the 36 Chamber album.
Yeah.
So, you know, people that kind of hear Rebels to the Grain, sometimes they'll say, yo, is that from the Wu-Tang cut? So I think it kind of makes a statement for like the era and I guess the time of music that we really got into. And earlier, a lot of our stuff was more political, you know, a lot more what people say, raise your fist shit, you know what I mean?
But then Obama got elected, and there's not one
Things are
issue
all
ever.
happy now.
Everything is all good, yo. It's amazing.
No, but did you shy away from that, or is it something like, how would you guys look at, like, we did that already, or I mean,
I think we're kind of growing with it. You know what I mean? Like, there's definitely, we still have a lot of meaning in the music, or even messages or whatever, throw in social issues or political issues. But I think before that was like, we were kind of like trying to do that, trying to be information, whereas now it's just kind of like, that's just what we talk about, that's what we write about, but not fully, because that's not our full personalities, you know what I mean? If we didn't have the tracks about our love for hip-hop on there, it wouldn't be what it is, or our love for family and the homies and whatever, or on some more like, yeah, fuck the pigs kind of shit. But there's also tracks we want to have the ladies listen to, or our attempts, you know what I mean, for the tracks for the ladies, you know what I mean? We're growing older, growing more mature, but still it's the evolution. And I think, you know what I mean, it's hip-hop is evolving. I love all kinds of hip-hop.
Yeah.
Hardcore shit, smooth shit, chill shit.
No, definitely. You want to get caught up in a genre, I guess, for lack of a better term, even though I don't think there's such a thing in hip-hop. It's hip-hop or it ain't. And with that, we're going to get into Whatever You Do.
Oh, yeah.
What's up with this track?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is a cut by my man James Digger coming out of France.
Yeah, straight from France.
Oh, yeah.
Come rock on with us. Rock on with us. That's right.
Check it. It's time to roll the windows down. Roll it up and give a pound. Rock the show, we in and out. At the crib, in the style. Everybody getting down. From the crib to the lounge. Tell me if you love the sound. When we coming to your
The
town.
after party's gonna be popping, rhythm gets the panties dropping. Could there be another option? Rocking with us. Take it to another level. Earth is quaking, feel the tremble. All my people gonna assemble, rocking with us. Can you feel it? Cause nothing can save ya. For this is the time you better check your behavior. I'm a pretty calm guy right now, the opposite showing. Throw them bows, bang your head, let's get a mosh pit going. Got so much soul, mixed with rock and roll. This oversaturated market's out of control. Smooth criminal, yo, going out on patrol. Either way, we on the road, so you can pack us a ball. Come rock on with us and buy a song from us. Or you could get it off that one website you don't trust. Whatever you do, do, just spread the wealth. Whatever you do, just spread it. Come rock on with us and buy a song from us, or download it off that one website you don't trust. Whatever you do, just spread the wealth.
I gotta keep my hustle strong, gotta keep it moving on, gotta keep producing songs. Spin the record, needle drop, cop the record when it drop. Guarantee you that it's hot. Play it in your speaker box, bump it till your speaker
Got me some Isaac Hayes, Curtis Mayfield, and JB's with the wreath of the meters and some worn out green. There were records, 8 tracks, then tapes and CDs. Trying to revisit Costa Rica, then back to Belize. Cause I'm swaying to the groove, what's under my headset? I'm a rider of the storm who's blasting some lead set. Dazed and confused, bet the toxicity is set in this evil empire, land of the free dead. God bless. Bless up.
Once again, it's Rebels to the Grain, yo.
Come rock on with us and buy a song from us, or you could get it off that one website you don't trust. Whatever you do, just spread the wealth. Whatever you do, just spread it. Come rock on with us and buy a song from us, or download it off that one website you don't trust. Whatever you do, just spread the wealth.
Whatever you do, let's go.
Drop another jam on him, get the homie Ham on him. He got a back so we could, but don't depend on him. Yeah.
Big Antoine, Ross, what up? That's how we do it.
Baby Tracks is James Digger.
Come on. And Rebels to the Grain is stuck in the trees, you know?
OGHuskyRadio.com. Where can they find that? I know everybody's filling it up in the chat, man.
Yeah, you can check that on iTunes and CD Baby.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other spots too you can steal it at.
You
but
know, actually, that track, what it's called, Whatever You Do, and it's basically just saying, however you get the music, just spread it. Whether you burn it, whether you get it off a website you don't trust, whether you cop it. So, really, just anywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'd suggest iTunes.
No doubt.
So what's your feeling then on illegal downloads, if that's even still an issue and shit, you know? File sharing or whatever you want to phrase it.
I mean, ain't no stopping it now, you know what I mean? I kind of do it, you know what I mean? I don't actually go on sites and download music for free, but I get a lot of people who may give me music, so it's like they get it from somewhere. And then, fortunately, we get music for the Break Beats and Rhymes radio show that we do. So some of it's really good, some of it's garbage, but you know what I mean? So it's tough to even have the time to go shop for music or even steal music, you know what I mean? But I think it's unstoppable right now. So people, if they're stealing our music, it's kind of like, cool, thank you. But at the same time, if they could show support, thank you even more. That's just that. It's support.
Breakbeatsradio.com. What's your titles or what's your involvement with Breakbeats and Rhymes? Just break it down for those that don't know, because I mean, you in here as Rebels to the Grain, you know what I'm saying? But what's your involvement, you know, with KPFK, breakdown, time slot, all that good stuff for people listening?
Well, it's late Saturday nights, 2 to 4 a.m., so it's like the after hours time, but it's on 90.7 FM, so hopefully, you know, LA, everywhere in LA, and even technically Southern California could tune in. But it's, you know, it's the radio show. It's Rebels to the Grain as a group are the hosts and producers per se. So it's that kind of hip hop, what we grew up on. We always like to shout out the shows that came before us, like Friday Night Flavors, Wake Up Show, and Divine Forces, Seditious Beats,
The Down Low, all of those.
Temple of Hip Hop.
Oh yeah.
And that's just to name a few. So it's trying to keep that alive. And as you know, not a lot of people are doing it. So it's a good thing.
I mean, you sold it, but I mean, KPFK, you know what I'm saying? Santa Barbara all the way down. I've been in Mexico, like borderline TJ, and still picked up the signal. You know, definitely touching a lot of people. But how did you guys get connected with KPFK? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know there was no hip hop show for a while. How did you guys achieve that, or how'd that come about?
Actually, it's Divine Forces was the show that kind of was holding down that hip hop, that community aspect, the youth, and they took a step back. You know, they weren't no longer on KPFK, and I worked there. I've worked there about 5 years on some other job type shit. So, you know, my 9 to 5. So I never really had that idea of, I want to work here and get a radio show and hip hop. You know what I mean? And even when Divine Forces stepped back, I wasn't like, give us the show, we'll do it. I was kind of trying to work with the program director and have someone come in who has experience or who has a name. And then that program director got let go or fired. So a lot of changes, a lot of lagging. And then, but eventually slots open up, and I know the music director, but I still had to put together like a CD of a sample show and kind of pitch it and, you know, show that this
where's that CD at? We want to play that CD, dog.
I got that.
Was it the whole professional thing? Like it was a whole. Yes, and you are
tuned into Power 106 right now. You know what I mean? Add the commercials in there.
Oh shit! We need to get a hold of that one. Definitely, we'll blast that shit out free download here. Shit. Just on some clownish shit.
Hey, if you can make dough too, option that.
There you go. Okay, then with that, here comes all the good stuff for everybody tuning in. Who picks what gets on and what gets, you know what I'm saying? Who has the ultimate say? You guys sit in a room
radio show?
Yeah, let's see what's up with that. And where's the standard? Who set the standard? And who gave you motherfuckers the right to say LA hip hop what it's gonna be with that much power? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to ask you that too. Do you guys understand how much power you guys have being the only hip hop show on the FM dial? So. Go ahead and feel free to answer any of those 1,000 questions I put out there and shit.
Right, my mind's spinning right now. But I think it's just kind of something natural. At first, we didn't have any guests. We used to go in, Chetty and I, late night with a little case of CDs and we're ready to go. Mixes, individual tracks. We didn't even have a lot of censored versions because being FM can't be having, you know, the blatant curse words and whatnot. You got to be safe. So, you know, and then it just kind of evolved. We've had a couple guests, and then now it's like we know the cats who've paid dues, or even the cats we look up to and came up on music that inspired us. That's gonna get someone, you know, like we'll go after trying to getting them on the show and whatnot. You know what I mean? And established artists in LA doing their thing, business-wise, independent-wise, hip-hop-wise. But I think people who hit us up, me personally, I like that a lot more. You know what I mean? There's a lot of local cats I would love to hit up because they have mad talent. They're doing their thing. They're really coming up right now, but just a matter of time. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to reach those cats who are really doing their thing, who've been doing their thing, who, you know what I mean, got the experience. And then I love when people hit us up, you know what I mean, on professional shit, on whether it be email, phone call, at a live show, even better. So, you know, it's tough, but like you said, we don't want to bring any whack shit up there at all. Yeah. You know what I mean? We don't want just anybody, but there's a lot of good stuff out there.
So who has the final say, or has there been anybody up there that was a conflict of like, for either one of you?
Man.
I never seen him nervous.
you know, to be kind of honest with you, like, you know, we kind of understand each other's personality, so we kind of already go into really decisions that we make, kind of understanding the other person's vibe and kind of knowing we kind of have the same goals to go after. So there's really no conflict. To be honest, it's just been real natural for us to do what we do, and
to be specific, man, like we got like a crew now and whatnot. We got some DJs who come through. They sometimes have connections with certain artists who may be coming in from out of town or local, so they want to bring them up on there. Or you guys, you know, OG Husky Radio, y'all came through with Akir 1 came through this past weekend, but also Raz Kaz and Killer Priest on some random shit. Y'all, you know, came through that night. Raz Kaz has been on before, so I'm sure he was more open to the idea. But you know what I mean? Like family, people who are doing their thing as well. They shoot them our way, because, you know, we ain't trying to take these interviews and like, we put them on Break Beats and Rhymes exclusive, you know what I mean? Yeah. We just want to get the good music out there during our time slot on the LA FM airwaves, you know what I mean? Or worldwide. People get to tune in because we are on so late. People overseas who are up at 11 a.m. on a Sunday tune in, you know what I mean, on kpfk.org. So, you know what I mean? There's not like...
As far as the up and coming artists, would you get, let's say, okay, two MCs, no names, MC1 and MC2. One is lyrically just dope, but it ain't doing nothing. Number 2 is all right, but motherfuckers booking shows. He got merch, he got all that. So then who do you put on? So that I just want to, because people that are out there listening, 90% are MCs or artists, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So would you guys put above, or how would you choose?
I think me personally
Yeah.
would be leaning to someone who's handling their business, the immediate, like, oh, let's get them on. Unless they really stood out as a dope, top-notch MC, like 1 out of 1,000, 100, whatever, then I would be like, fuck all the other side stuff. Let's get them on. Let them shine with that verse right there or that skill right there. But if it's someone handling their business, anyone's more likely to want to work with them or to network with them or, get them on, because they're probably down to schedule it. They'll be there on time, or they'll let you know if they're running late.
That means so much more, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of
doubt.
cats who want to get on the show, and we even schedule it and they don't come through.
Yeah.
Or not a lot, but there's some. So, we don't take that lightly neither. But we understand it's late night and it's a schedule, it's life. But we're there every weekend basically, so we don't really feel sorry for those who can't make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I only made it like 2 or 3 times. I
Yeah,
couldn't do
yeah.
that shit.
Ah.
I ain't even
Late,
gonna lie.
Especially if you're a family man.
Nah, it's some real shit. That's why I was asking about people up there you regret, because I've gone up there plenty of time, faded as fuck, and made y'all like, don't cuss.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but on some real shit, man.
We actually, man, on that tip, we've had double K of people under the stairs up there, and that's the homie. He'll be back on the air, but one time he came up with a couple boys. They got really faded, started talking about streets and, neighborhoods on the air
Yeah.
and this and that, and wanted to battle Razkaz and whatever.
Y'all were there that night.
Yeah, it was that same night.
Y'all were there that night.
And that was a long show. We had covered the show before us, so it was a 4-hour show. So it was just madness and drinking, and that was a funny, interesting night. So it's not like we didn't want them there, but that was one of those nights, we're like, who the hell's your homie falling asleep in our chair? You know what I mean? We got to get someone on the mic
Can we
right
get
there.
Killer Priest right there where the
Homie's
dude's
like
asleep?
300 pounds. So that was a funny night.
How do you guys keep the balance, man? Or what would you consider then? What's real hip hop, or what's hip hop that you would put on versus what you wouldn't put on? Then let's put it like that.
I think hip hop, I guess we would put on is something that we would basically be bumping on our own anyways, or that I have been bumping, like just the favorite top-notch shit, you know what I mean? And then a lot of this we have to edit ourselves unless it's new, or unless labels or managers are sending it edited. I love that. But that's the new stuff, like classic or really are like stuff we
Harder
grew
to
up
find,
on.
yeah.
We have to edit it ourselves, so it really has to be a select few. And
The first time I went up there, I was like, where the fuck did you find the edited version of this? And
Yeah.
you're like, I did it myself.
yeah,
I remember
yeah.
that shit. Like,
some of it's even
yeah.
like I got corny sound effects in there and whatever, a little gunshot, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
it's so. And then I think stuff we wouldn't play is one stuff that's just low quality. You know what I mean? It's you can't play it on the radio. Someone might tune away hearing something that sounds bad quality wise, or like just stuff that we wouldn't ever bump. You know what I mean? If I put something in, I'll like to sit and listen to it for a while, but I got a short attention span and there's lots of music, so I'll skip right through it. You know what I mean? And if it's a dope song, even on a whack ass album, I don't mind playing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, on a Vice, man, a new MC right now that's out. What's your Vice? Where like, you shouldn't like them, but you do want some real shit, and you're bumping. Male, female, I don't know.
That I shouldn't like it, but I do.
Yeah.
Just some hip hop MC shit.
Yeah.
Man.
Maybe could be even radio.
Got any, Chetty?
Nah, really, I just bump what I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cause I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
like Paul Wall had me for a while, cause I would
Paul
have it in
Wall?
the car back in. That's what I
Yeah.
could think of, but like anybody else, you could think of
Yeah.
like that.
I don't know,
And
man.
anybody
I
who has
mean,
a system in their car right now, like Paul Wall, what the fuck? But put
Yeah.
that shit in your car, maybe
It
Yeah.
hits.
I don't know. I mean, like Snoop gets mad respect, but
how's
I'm
the
sure some
documentary? Have
under-
you got the
Oh,
documentary?
No, I don't really keep up on the new shit actually, but just in general, like just OGs. Like I saw Cube live. We saw each
Yeah.
other at that show, but Ice Cube still holds it down on stage like an MC, like almost no one could. So even though he might have done the club songs and whatever, the strip club songs, and those are my favorite, of course. But still, I would love to like bump some of that.
I was
shit.
up there with wife. She's like, "This is an Ice Cube show. He ain't got to do the. We're here to see Cube. Like we're steady mobbing. Where's you know."
Yeah, man. I want to see some Predator shit.
Yeah,
Death Certificate, but yeah,
but
man,
we be clubbing. You know.
Yeah.
Nah, what up though? Definitely holding it down. We got Top Rank on the tables at DJ Top Rank every Tuesday. Resident artist,
instrumentals.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Scumbag One, resident artist. Y'all seen he be busting people's logos and shit.
Yeah, man.
But
That's
definitely
sick.
holding it down every Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
Just elevating the game. Enough with Breakbeats and Rhymes Radio. Just tune in and you call them and ask them on their radio show.
Yeah.
Right.
We're here for Rebels to the Grain. Genuine article. Actually, you know what? Before we even do that, they want to know off the chat. What's the name of the first album?
There's something in the seeds.
There's something in the seeds. Where can they cop that at?
That's actually on Bandcamp, a free download. You know what I mean? We're hooking it up. But we pressed a lot of those CDs, so we first started selling them. Nowadays, it's kind of like just a free hookup kind of shit. We're ready to move on to harvest season, and I think when we do print out harvest season copies, we may not be so generous with There's Something in the Seeds, but for now, you can get it. If you go to a live show, you definitely can get it. If you go on Bandcamp, you can check it out, and that's also on iTunes and Amazon and all that. But you could check out music videos too on YouTube, because a lot of people want to see the feature or the visual to it. You know what I mean? So YouTube, Rebels to the Grain, we got like 4 joints off.
Which is, I think,
don't
you have like an animated one, or it's like a claymation one? What's the name of that one?
Breakbeats and Rhymes.
Okay, because
that's the
we're with, and I don't care if anybody steals this, but remember you back like a couple years ago, you used to be able to go to the liquor store or to the supermarket, and then they used to sell the bootleg videos with like all the shit that was on MTV. So what we're gonna do right now, we're like, but we're gonna put an underground hip hop one together. We're gonna still like bootleg that video. Another one just so people kind of get the idea, like the Quasimodo bully shit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, like that one. It's going to be something like that, and we're going to bootleg it and make millions.
That's the way to do
So,
it.
you know what I'm saying? But
break it down.
See, everybody listening right now is like,
I'll be there.
Everybody listening like, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to steal it. But we have so many, there's so many videos out there people don't know about and shit.
Yeah, man.
But
everybody's making videos these days.
Yeah, definitely.
It's cool,
Breakbeatsradio.com. Genuine article.
Yeah.
What's the album? They don't know the album again while I cue this.
The album is Harvest Season. Available now, iTunes, CD Baby. This track's featuring Destruct and Odd Sequence, BP and Odds. OG Husky.
Yeah, Genuine article.
You are now stuck in the tree.
It's the harvest season. Introduction in just 4 bars. Rebels to the grain and the struck bring it raw. Gotta let them know that we coming that hard. Compose many notes, conduct like Mozart. We orchestrate rhythms to any metronome. In simpler terms, yo, these cats got flow. Smooth like a maestro, puffing on the hydro. Me with a micro, fire like nitro.
Yo, listen close and let the session begin. Just pay attention to the vocals, don't question a thing. You might be sick of hip-hop, this is your medicine, kid. We started off at the bottom to the top of the bridge, but still moving up within the constant elevation. When heads start to say the shit we dropping is amazing, records start breaking like you dropped them on the pavement. Chopping up the records that be locked inside the basement. Every 3 months, wake them up from hibernation. Start digging in the crates like it's time for celebration. Like me twisting trees and I might on occasion, so people stop tripping like you out on vacation. And keep it cool in them spots that you stay in. It ain't a game, so you know we ain't playing. We take our time with them tracks that we making, cause Rebels to the Grain got that classic sensation. It's been a long time since we first got beginning of the end, you know it don't stop. With Destruct on the remix, yup, with Odd Sequence, these rhymes we be speaking, be rolling up your speakers, but since we first got beginning of the end, you know it don't stop. With Destruct on the remix, yup, with Odd Sequence, these rhymes we be speaking, be blowing up your speakers.
You see, I made up my mind, created a new
design combined with BP out sequence in a rebel mind. The spot we at, you at least one level behind. Beats, rhymes, life, connecting it to a line. Yo, MPMI with an SP inside of my soul, and it flows out one beat at a time. The heart pumps, planting one seed at a time. I know a million people watching these streets that I'm on.
Rotation is sitting in the wall, spinning the fall like an inner thought. Genuine article, criminals caught in circular reason and gentlemen's on. A testament chronicle episode, pleading a confidence arm. A step to the peak of mid dawn, open and creep to the beat, freak the notice. Whenever the earth is not harmonious, drop the erroneous hindrances. Block the road, opinions are missed, possibilities hit or miss. Capsulated the influences is documented within an uplifted hymn. Running against the grain in a case, conformity pace proportionate. Momentum of movement through the tunnel cylindrical. Vindictive pull of an amendment. Remnants but earth matter. Success about a sequence on a weekend. Could have been a method. Flawed optics, foreign emotions, foreign and warning purses. Never the norm. Stepping aboard, eliminate weakness, seek the signs while cautiously.
Without sequence.
The sounds about right. I'm feeling a bit nervous and conscious being surround me. Regurgitating cause they dizzy from spinning around in the spin cycle, a bit stifled in hypocrisy.
The rebels, we got the hard shit regardless. That's how it goes.
It's been a long time since we first got beginning of the end, you know it don't stop. With Destruct on the remix, yup, with odd sequence, these rhymes we be speaking, be blowing up your speakers, what? Since we first got beginning of the end, you know it don't stop. With Destruct on the remix, yup, with odd sequence, these rhymes we be speaking, be blowing up your speakers.
We got the hard shit regardless. That's how it goes. You know them concepts. Time for you to recognize. When we roll, it's like we got the key to the city. The rebels, black set down for any time. That's how it goes.
Go ahead and let them know the album once again.
Oh yeah, OG Husky Radio, Rebels to the Grain. The album is Harvest Season. The track is Genuine Article, once again featuring Destruct, one of the hardest working MCs.
Yeah.
And Odd Sequence, BP and Odds.
What up, BP and Odds? And yeah, man, once again, that's Harvest Season is this album. But that song right there is kind of like a little introduction to the next Rebels to the Grain project. Rebels to the Grain is Stuck in the Trees, which is going to be a lot more Rebels to the Grain. Beats, rhymes, everything will just be Rebels to the Grain. So
yeah, I definitely have to
drop this year too.
I have to ask that, man. Living in LA, all these producers flying to LA, moving to LA, and you guys are doing it with producers overseas. Why did you choose to do that, or why is that? How did that come about?
You know, I think an important thing is for both of us, we like to just want to travel the world at some point, you know what I mean? Whether it's for music, whether it's with family, whether it's just for vacation. And, you know, there's a lot more than where you are just at the current moment. So for us, it was good to really just build connections, and the sound was off the hook. You know, one of our biggest things is we would never compromise the sound, you know, no matter where it's from, you know. And the quality of production was off the hook. It was real easy to work back and forth. Of course, a lot of it was emailing beats, you know, emailing verses to get mixed down. And, you know, it was a fun thing to do for the project.
And the dope beats.
So then, why Shy Away? The first album, who was on the beats on the first album?
It's a collective of people, like a lot of people overseas, maybe 7 or 8 different producers from overseas. But then Chetty hooked up a few, so those are some Stuck in the Trees beats.
So then, Chetty, we got before. What do you use, or what do you prefer to make beats for those? And do you slang beats outside the camp, or?
You know what? I'm real picky with giving beats to anybody. You know
really
what I mean?
Oh shit!
Like real, and it's
break it down.
And it's not about like, you know, oh, I got dope beats, but I like to take time into, you know, working with beats, and I like to just really keep it in home with Rebels to the Grain, and we're not really too big with really collaborating with mad rappers. You know what I mean? So you know,
I thought this was about building it and bridging the gap. Hey, what's up?
No, but everybody raps, but only few can flow.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I mean?
That's true. Harvest Season, available now. iTunes, CD Baby.
Oh yeah.
Breakbeatsradio.com.
Yeah.
Hey, so then, if you had a choice right now, Devil's Advocate, individually, you don't have to have the same answer, you know what I'm saying? But you could blow up, you know, you're saying you want to tour the world, you know, see the world. Would you rather do it as an MC or an on-air personality?
MC, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
On the mic with it, just spitting verses.
So then how about if it came across through the radio show, would you shut it down or would you run with that opportunity?
Well, you know, I think Rebels to the Grain and Breakbeats and Rhymes are connected. You know what I mean? People know Rebels to the Grain, get down with Breakbeats and Rhymes. We've been rapping for 13 years and just hosting the show for a year and a half, you know? So it's not like a question of now we're hosting, but we just love to rap, and that's what we want to do. You know what I mean?
With that,
we rap on the radio show.
Definitely catch him in the cypher.
Yes, yes.
Today, man, you guys just came from Cal Poly Pomona. Break that down, man. Some good shit. Break it down. Let them know what's up.
Yeah, it was a dope on-campus show. We've rocked it there a couple times, but we love doing college shows, and that's something we actually really try to get at these students who put on these concerts and whatnot, because it's a great opportunity and I guess market per se. You know, there's mad students there, so half of them are just walking to and from class or to their lunch spot and whatever, and they're not going to pay attention, but half of them sit and watch the entire show or come and get a CD. That's great. I think a lot of people in college, that's when they start following music or supporting it, or even before that in high school, whatnot. But if you're going to college, you're kind of looking for music. That's the stuff that sticks to you, you know what I mean? So it was a dope show, and then it's always nice to see honeys out, you know what I mean? College honeys and the younger ladies.
And
but
the
it was
good
a
thing
nice
about
day.
that is, you know, we rock for an hour long.
Yeah, and they give us fat sets, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
nice.
We feel like we're like a headliners, you know what I mean? Doing an hour-long show. And it's all like our songs. It's not like we throw on random instrumentals of other artists or, you know, freestyle mad shit. We do throw on the freestyles, but it's all like beats we've made songs over, or actual songs that have been put out or recorded and mastered and all that.
With that, not a lot. You don't hear too many artists doing that. You know what I'm saying? How'd that booking come about? How'd you guys achieve that?
It's just about knowing like the right person at the universities. You know what I mean? And like, part of me is like, oh, I don't want to give out secrets and whatnot, but it's like, fuck that. Like, you just got to get at the right people at the colleges, inspire them with the music or even an idea, something we've been trying to do even bigger than college shows, because we've had multiple college shows throughout Cali, is a tour, you know what I mean? Some like stay strapped, safe sex kind of tour.
Okay.
We've pitched that idea and people love it, but it's just a matter of someone actually organizing it and then maybe getting sponsorship from some like condom company or something like that. So it's just knowing the right student who organizes that, who has the budget to work with. And it doesn't always happen, you know what I mean? I don't fear rejection or hearing, you know, oh, we're all booked for the spring semester, hit us up again in the summer for fall semester. You know what I mean? Like 9 out of 10 places we'll never perform at, but I love the like college shows. And being in Cali, there's so many universities. You just gotta take advantage of it.
And with that, upcoming shows, man, for people out there listening.
Yeah, actually, this Friday, April 15th, Urban Underground joint at the Airliner. We're getting down the upstairs stage, and it was gonna be Tragedy Gaddafi, but I guess he's MIA. But it'll be a good show for us. It's not like a release party or nothing. We ain't ready for that, but we'll be doing a lot of harvest season joints.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We've worked with Urban Underground, and we don't do any ticket sales and whatnot. So we love, they try to put us on as much as possible and vice versa, and we're gonna rock the upstairs stage and give a good show, you know what I mean? I think they appreciate the feedback, the energy that our live sets do. So that'll be this Friday, April 15th. You know what I mean? After you do your taxes and whatever, you get all that out of your mind, you can come check it out. And that's right around the corner right here.
Yeah, down Straight Lincoln Heights, Broadway and Daly.
Yeah.
Breakbeatsradio.com. Let them know, man. Once again, 90.7, all the good stuff where they could cop all that stuff, all the contact info. Before we cut out, man, let them know what's up with that.
Oh, yeah. Big up OG Husky Radio for holding it down.
Yeah, first of all, big up OG Husky Radio. For
Breakbeats and Rhymes, you could just hit up breakbeatsradio.com. And earlier you asked real quick, why not rebelstothegrain.com?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Our website expired without us knowing it had expired.
Oh, shit.
So the domain was, backed up. So a flooring company picked it up.
Oh shit.
So if you go on there, rebelstothegrain.com, you could buy like flooring for your house and shit like that. But you can't get no music.
We're trying to make some co-sponsors.
But we don't get we don't get no money from them, so don't log on.
Yeah, don't. So really, Breakbeats Radio is
Yeah.
just the hub. You know, you can hit us up on Twitter. You know, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
Well, hold on then. If that's that, then I hire it like that. Let's see.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds sort of nice.
Okay.
Rebels to the grain, it's time for me to pay the price. Sort of like Mark on the 3-point line. It's time to break it down with break beats and rhymes and OG Husky Radio. Of course you know what it is. Primo and the Guru, so you know it is a gift. Light up your spliff and go ahead and take a hit. This is how we do it, MCs. You won't take no. This is how we get down. MP and Chetty, we coming steady, rocking sharper than the machete. So check it. We getting down with this beat in the back, and now in my back I got some weed in my sack. So now we rocking ill. This is the Tuesday. MCs are coming through with rhymes it's loosely, but I'm about to pass it to my man MP. This is the Rebels to the Grain. This is how we MCs.
This is how we MC,
Uh-huh.
straight up professors. With this mic in front of me, I feel like it's like a lecture. I be telling them students, yo, just listen, cause this is how I do it, and my fist is way in the air, just wave it here. This is how we get down, break beats and rhymes connection, and the sound all around from the east side. I gotta give props to that. I get down with my Dodgers hat by the side, cause yeah, it's getting kinda heated. Until I get down on the microphone, it's completed. With the OG, we be smoking on the porch, cause we get down, of course, reaching for the Porsche. But nah, I heard it's too much to maintain. Still I kick rhymes from the brain, rebel to the grain, always spitting it. Big ups to the Lake Show, I heard they took it tonight. We watching it in the front row at the radio. That's how we do it lively. Yeah, log on, but you know where you can find me. Rebel to the grain, I gotta throw it in. MP, my man Chetty, you know we go extend the lending hand. And yo, we out for the connections, but right now it's OG Husky, yo, perfection.
Yeah, OGHuskyRadio.com.
OG.
Any shout outs before we're out?
Shout outs to OGHuskyRadio.com.
Yeah, man.
Haha,
I
word
gotta
up.
say, shout out to Harvest Season, yo. I'm excited about that album right there. It's literally harvest season right now, you know what I mean? The playoffs season is coming up, but it's even more so harvest season. But and shout out to y'all for having us, taking the time for doing music shows like this.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it moving. You know what I mean? We're trying to be like y'all with break beats and rhymes.
And big up
Come
DJ Lord
through
Ron,
anytime.
Resident,
Yeah, straight
Ralph
up.
M, really for holding down AC to PD. Anybody that's shown Rebels to the Grain, Breakbeats and Rhymes,
Resident,
any
I see
kinda
Resident
support.
posted up there too, right? You
Yeah,
guys know
Resident
that?
been doing his thing up there.
Straight up,
So-
man. Keep up the good work, man. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, man.
Big
you got
up
a
to
big
all my familia too. I told them I'm coming down to a radio show in the El Sereno area, so I was gonna post, you know, the interview and whatnot. So big ups to all my familia. You know, saw Chetty's family today, and we're just talking about how you got to keep that tight and whatnot. So shout out to the elders watching this shit.
Oh yeah.
There it is. Thanks for coming through. OGHuskyRadio.com, BreakBeatsRadio.com.
Recording? Yeah. All right. I see these young kids dying over dumb shit. They see the guns, drugs, or the crew they run with. I'll load a few clips on the side of one's hip. It's just one big trip. Now who decides if you live? Within a flash, bullets pass dug down from the streets of LA to Philly to uptown. What's the deal? People getting shot up and gunned down, and cats starting fights. They last one round, and the pigs ain't no different. They bringing the heat too. To meet you on the corner, just waiting to beat you. To serve and protect the bullshit they feed you. Organize your mind with lyrics that'll reach you. So just when you thought it was safe, a cat getting shot in the face with 222s. Pulled the strap slow that he got from his waist. He saw the target, pulled it back, and started blasting away. This track is to these kids. It's our kids. It's our kids. Yeah, this track is to these kids. It's our kids. It's our kids. Yeah, this track is to these kids. It's our kids. It's our kids. Yeah, this. Yeah, this track is to these bitch-ass wannabe hard kids, all kids who always wanna start shit, but never think of the consequence that's beyond my circumference of consciousness. But still I do it.
I just noticed myself, and then I dropped that shit because it's bad for my health. And I said before, I never stand on my own. Console recline and just leave it alone. You won't see me point a gun at the head of someone else unless they're corrupt and controlling all the wealth. Nah, I'm playing, I'm just lying to myself. I don't even need a gun, cause I see the long run, and I'll bust till the song's done. Yeah, I said I'll bust till the song's done. Yeah, you know I'll bust till the song's done. Because violence will never overcome in the long run.
Another dead, another walk with a gun. The temperature's about to rise just as hot as the sun. You know revenge is on the come up when you thought it was done. Now there's no room to be whether you want me to run. So put down the gun, forget cocking it back. These motherfuckers make a profit from you popping and gas. Leave you paralyzed for life from a shot in the back. Don't be another young cat getting caught in the trap. Now like the hardest around, homie, you ain't the one. Cause anyone can do what you can do with the gun.
Your power is high, still your respect is none.
Cause anyone can do what you can do with the gun.
Now we kill over shit we used to say for fun. Cause anyone can do what you can do with a gun. Bitch ass cops, I'm gonna make you run. Cause anyone can do what you can do with a gun.